Ken, firstly, an exciting week for the club, 20 years since the grand final win against the Roosters. What do these weeks mean for the current team to look back on?
Yeah, it's obviously a really important week for our club and celebrating that 20-year anniversary, and it's an exciting week. Have some of the guys around. I know we're having a dinner with them tonight and they'll be at the game tomorrow. So we actually got to watch the 2004 grand final earlier in the week as a team, and that was really exciting. The boys got right into it, and we're just grateful we can be a part of it.
What do you think the boys get out of that kind of experience, watching the game but also meeting the players from past eras?
I think they just, they saw what a gritty team that team was, how selfless they were in the way they worked hard for each other, and how hard they played the game. And that's what we're trying to instill here, that we have that same type of attitude. And it wasn't anything fancy, it wasn't trick plays or anything like that. It was built on hard work and determination, and it's exactly what we're trying to do.
Will you get any of the guys in pre-game to rev the guys up or anything like that?
Not sure yet, but Ogre's always around, Billy Mason's always around, and Bobcat's coming down from Newcastle as well. So those guys are really familiar around the club much in the last 20 years, and welcome them back in and make them feel part of it too.
Siri talked after the game last week about wanting to see that effort that's been for this club this season so far and bring it into execution. What have you seen from the boys this week that makes you think maybe this week you might be able to make that transition?
Yeah, just seeing that cohesion build with the group that we've got, and every week we spend together, they seem to become more comfortable with each other. And I've got to say we've been really consistent in our attitude and effort, and that's something that's really pleasing. That's when you go into the season, that's exactly what you want to start the season with. But we're creating opportunities where we need to execute better, and we definitely want to see that. We're 4 weeks in now, going into round 5, and this is when you need to start executing better. And if we had it on the weekend, I'm sure it could have been a different result, but it is what it is. And we're getting on to this week, really excited about the opportunity ahead of us tomorrow night.
Drew Hutch gets a chance against his old club. That come up in the week at all? Is he looking forward to the clash there?
He hasn't spoken too much about former clubs or anything like that. What he's done really well is just focus on what he can control, and he's seen some stuff there last week that he thinks he can improve on, and that's really exciting for us.
What do you maybe think just generally to start the season?
I think Drew's a really calm guy, gives us a lot of direction on the field. Probably people don't see the amount of direction he's able to give our guys and help our players be the best version of themselves. And he's doing a really good job defensively. He's guiding us around the park well, and I think he's not far off just executing a couple of those opportunities that he's created.
Is that an ongoing discussion between he and Toby with that halfbacks? What are you pretty confident Drew's your man going forward?
Teams evolve, teams change and things happen, but Drew's our halfback right now, and we're backing him, and we love a lot of the stuff he's doing, and a lot of the stuff's not getting recognised or seen from outside our four walls, but we value a lot of the things he's doing, and we'd like him to build on that.
Drew faced some criticism during the week. Do you think it was unfair?
I didn't say that.
People saying he's not an out-and-out half, or just Buzz saying stuff like that. Do you?
Drew's a half. Yeah, that's all that needs to be said. He's our half, and we're backing him right now.
What about Josh at the car? How's he going, and how frustrating for him to get in and then he's out again?
Yeah, it's frustrating, and something that's out of his control really. Got that injury in round 1 and really toughed it out to half-time, which helped the team. And there was nothing he could do about injury on the weekend. He was going for a play there to score a try, and just unlucky, and it's out of his control. So it hasn't been the start to the year that he wanted, and I'm sure he's frustrated by that. But it's a long season. We know what he's capable of, and sit out this week, but he'll play a part in the next few weeks, I'm sure.
And what about Preston? How's he travelling?
Yeah, he's good. Hairline fracture, and he's out for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and then he'll be back after the bye. So he, again, a really tough effort. Our guys have shown a lot of toughness this year, in particular Fox and Preston with carrying those injuries, and there's some that you probably haven't heard about, but they're really changing the culture here, and turn up for their teammates, and something I'm really proud of.
Talk about toughness, Ciro, kick out, feels like he's back to the kick out of old from a couple of seasons ago before that injury last year. What have you made of him to begin the year?
Yeah, he's doing what we know he can do. He's leading by example, and he's leading in all the effort areas. We know what he can do when he gets the ball in his hands. He's just such a strike weapon, but what we love about him and what he's influencing here is our effort areas, and he's leading the way every week, and it's rubbing off on his teammates. So we're loving what he's doing at the moment. Just want to see more of it.
I think you said something last year when he was injured that it was kind of going to be an opportunity for him to spend some time with coaches and sort of see that side of the game. Like, do you sort of see that rubbing off on the way he's playing his footy this season?
Yeah, he's evolved. Well, over the last 7 or 8 years he's evolved, but in particular the last 12 months, just as much off the field as he has on the field, he's become a father, you know, and a really mature guy, and someone I love having here.
Kicks straight away said that he doesn't want to milk penalties, and then here you don't want to do that. Is that an instruction from you?
Yeah, 100%. We're not going to, you know, we want to play the game hard and fair, and you know, we're not into milking penalties. We want to earn everything, and that's the culture we're trying to create here. And I'm sure if we do that, we'll get some good karma coming our way eventually.
Is that kind of the way you look at that obstruction stuff? And obviously there is that discretionary element, but is it a bit of a case of what goes around comes around, good karma?
Yeah, look, there's the obstruction stuff. It's a really grey area. We've had a couple of decisions taken off us, and to be honest, we're in control of that. Like, we just need to exit better when we're getting through the line, and we could have done better on those instances. But one thing we won't do in defence is try and milk those penalties and yeah, try and get a soft option. So yeah, we're really adamant on that, and yeah, as I said, hopefully that good karma comes back.
I guess that comes back to the sort of effort first culture you're looking to build here.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're all about earning everything, and yeah, just working hard and working together and trusting what we're doing. And I'm seeing a lot of that at the moment. You know, I'd love 1 or 2 more wins, but I'm liking a lot of our effort areas and our attitude, and I think we've been really consistent in that. And if we keep doing that, the results will come.
You feel like 1 and 3, that doesn't truly reflect how your team's going. Do you feel like you're a much better team than 1 and 3?
I think we're in a lot better form than what 1 and 3 suggests. I think you know, it's easy to look at those numbers and the ladder and assume probably how we're playing, but I feel like we've been really consistent. I feel like we've improved in a lot of areas, and I feel like if we keep showing that consistency in effort and attitude and keep improving the way we are, then the results will come. But we can't be sitting here worrying about results all the time. We'll just keep worrying about how we prepare and how we perform, and yeah, we will.
Kidione, Tommy gets a chance off the bench. So what have you seen in him?
No, he's worked really hard to put himself in this position. He's came to us last year, probably didn't put his best foot forward this year, and learned a lot of lessons off the field about the way he prepares and what it takes to be an NRL player. And I've just been so impressed with him since December and the way he's applied himself. He's basically just attached himself to Billy Army Kick-Out and just learned from probably the best in the business, and he's made a lot of sacrifices off the field, and his body shape's changed, his effort areas have changed, and he's totally deserving of this opportunity. He's been pushing for a couple of weeks now to get a start in the NRL team. He's got his opportunity now, unfortunately through probably Preston being injured, but he deserves to be here. I think he's going to make his mark tomorrow.
Is there a certain columnist saying in the week that Gus is having a bit of influence in your team sheet? Take by your reaction that maybe you don't agree, but can you put that to bed now? Are you the coach of this team?
Well, me and Gus have robust conversations nearly every day. We agree on some things and disagree on a lot of things, but that's the relationship we've had that's been built over 10 or 12 years. And you know, what's good about it is we can have those disagreements and talk 2 hours later and yeah, get on with it. But you know, talking to Gus is like talking to your dad. Sometimes he's got a point, you walk away and you're like, you make sense there. But sometimes I disagree and he trusts me in the way we're going and what we're doing. But in terms of picking the team, yeah, I'm doing that. If he was doing it, I'd make him have the tough conversations with the blokes we're dropping.
Does it need a couple of hours sometimes after a good chat? You need a bit of time to cool down?
It depends what mood he's in. I'm alright after it. If he's had enough sleep, it's normally alright to get on with it. But nah, it's good. We've got a good relationship. I wouldn't have come here if we didn't. And if we're going to agree on everything, then what's the point of us being here? So it's healthy disagreements, like in any trusting relationship.